So for 3.7, we are going to be factoring equations that involve quantities. So step 1, we are first going to define a variable to substitute for the entire quantity. And a quantity is anything that's in parentheses. So a set of an expression that's in parentheses. So it's going to make your factoring a little bit harder to see because you don't have just one single variable. So what we're going to do is we're first going to pick a variable, any variable, and we're going to substitute it in for the entire quantity. Then we will be able to more easily see our factoring. So then you are going to factor using one of your factoring methods. After you have factored using any factoring method that you know so far, you are going to need to substitute the quantity back in so that you haven't changed the value of the expression. And then if you can, you will simplify by combining like terms, combining like terms, GCF if there is one, but simplify whatever you can. So example 1, I have the quantity of x plus 3 squared minus y squared. So if you guys notice, this looks similar to what we've been doing. However, instead of a variable squared minus a variable squared, we have this quantity here, x plus 3. So what we're going to do to make our factoring a little bit easier, I'm going to define a variable. You can pick any variable you want. I always use a. So we're going to let a equal x plus 3. Like I said, you can pick any variable. If you want to pick c, if you want to pick d, if you want to pick m, I don't care. I always use a just so that I'm consistent. So what we're going to do is I'm telling you that a is equal to x plus 3, so let's plug that in. So that would give me a squared minus y squared. What factoring method do you see now? Difference of two squares. So let's factor using difference of two squares. The square root of a squared is a, and the square root of y squared is y. Now, look at my original problem. Is there an a in that original problem at all? No. So we have to substitute x plus 3 back in for all of our a's. And then we will be done. So this is going to give me x plus 3 plus y times x plus 3 minus y. Can I combine like terms or GCF, anything? No. So you are done. If you can combine like terms, make sure that you do. You want to be simplified all of the way. In this particular problem, there is no simplifying after, so you're done. So example 2, I have 4 times x plus 4 squared minus 36 y squared. So this one is a little bit different, but I noticed that x plus 4 squared is my quantity because it's in parentheses. It's what's keeping it obvious to me what factoring method we're going to use. So let's let a equal x plus 4. So when I plug that in, it's going to give me 4 times a squared. Oops. We don't have to use parentheses. So 4a squared minus 36 y squared. What factoring method is this? It is a difference of two squares, but what do we have to do first? GCF. So factor out the GCF of 4 first. And that leaves me with a squared minus 9y squared. Now we can use difference of two squares. So this is going to give me 4 times a plus 3y times a minus 3y. Am I done? No. There is no a in my original problem. You have to substitute back in. That's probably the most forgotten step in these types of problems that I see. So please make sure that you are completely following all the steps. So let's plug x plus 4 back in. So that's 4 times x plus 4 plus 3y times a minus 3, or not, I'm sorry, not a, I did it, x plus 4 minus 3y. Now you are done. Example 3. X plus y squared minus 6 times x plus y plus 5. What I want you guys to do right now is just define the quantity for me and plug it in. You don't have to do the whole thing. So tell me what a equals and substitute that into the problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what does a equal this time?
X plus y.
Good. So when we substitute it in, we should get a squared minus 6a plus 5. Yes? Okay. What method are you going to use here?
Diamond.
Diamond. What two numbers multiply to 5 and add up to negative 6? Negative 5, negative 1. So this is going to be a minus 5 times a minus 1. But we have to substitute x plus y back in. So that's going to give me x plus y minus 5 times x plus y, minus 1. There's no combining like terms here, so you are done.